What's up everyone, it's me, it's the action figure freak with another Marvel Legends action figure unboxing with another box that's too big to fit in one picture. It's just looking amazing, but yeah, it's hella big because it's a 6-figure action figure pack with the Marvel Legends series, all for flight. We get 6 figures of them in here. There's just one other figure that's not included in this line, and I already got it, so yeah. For now, let's stop the talking, get this thing open. Okay, here we get them all right out of the box, and I gotta say, holy shit, that's a lot of reuse. That's a lot of reuse here. Like, I'm happy that we get these big ass 6-packs with a lot of figures in there, and it's really comfort to collect the Alpha Flight team like that. Like most of these wouldn't sell in a normal series. No, I wouldn't say no one, but a lot of people wouldn't collect them as a full team. And I mean, the only different figures we get from that team are, got them right next to me, the Wendigo Bath series. Guardian. Yeah, his name was Guardian. So, pretty cool. And the only other figure is, I think, Sasquatch. So he should be in the team too. But yeah, as I've said, this is a really big set of reused pieces. All these figures are made as cheap as possible, if it seems like at least. There's just one figure with a little bit of newer articulation. But yeah, I would say for now, let's get into the details, like starting off with the articulation. Okay, I'm gonna start off by the listing on the box. So with Shaman, one of my favorites, and yeah, now we're coming to the next point of this box, why it's such a bad set for a pretty good price. Like, we don't have a single piece of accessories. Like, what the fuck? Like, Shaman uses spells and stuff, like some effect pieces. That wouldn't have been expensive or anything. But yeah, let's see what we get here. First up, we get a pretty okay face paint. Like, there's just one major detail, and that's the headband. And they... oh, come on, focus. And they fully destroyed the way to paint it on. Like, how bad you want to do it. And Hasbro was like, yes. Bruh. Everywhere else around the figure, the yellow paint isn't that good. The figure itself feels absolutely cheap. So for real, the joints have been almost loose after moving each of these just once. A lot of these aren't moving. But yeah, we've got a vertical hinge on this one, ball jointed shoulders, double jointed pinned elbows, horizontal hinges on both of the hands. We get a clicking really old ab crunch, so I think that's not even just a reuse, that's trashing away old bodies. We get the hip swivels right here. Ball jointed normal legs, swivels here, double jointed pinned knees. At least we get shin swivels, really loosened up vertical hinged feet as well as swivels. And no, this wasn't used. I got it off of Amazon as licensed new product, so I don't think it was opened before. That's hella bad. Let's move on to Snowbird. Sorry, Snowbird, okay? So she has one of the biggest details in here with that big ass cape. Got a pretty bad bend here right out of the box. What the hell is with the focus? But yeah, pretty bad part here. We have a vertical hinged neck, which mostly is covered up by her coat. The face paint, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. And the back of the hair just looks dirty as hell. I don't know how that happened, if that should have been a shade or anything, but it looks bad. We get no ball jointed shoulders. That was pretty normal back then. But like, these One-jointed swiveled elbows feel like they would break or being ripped out every second. So these are some of the cheapest ones I've ever seen, with horizontal hinges on both the hands. So yeah, then we get the upper chest swivel, which doesn't move at all. See that? There's nothing you can do. We get normal ball jointed legs. At least the cutout in here is big enough that we can probably, yeah, we can pull the whole leg back like that. That adds mostly some posability, but I don't think it will that much here. Yeah, double jointed pinned knees. These are also so loose already. Do you see that gap here, which can move freely? Vertical hinges on the feet as well as swivels, and also the feet joints are weakened out. Holy, that's hella bad. Okay, I just took the other figures off. The focus isn't good at all with that. So yeah, going over to Aurora, we get a vertical hinged head on her. Look at that upper chest swivel. There's absolutely nothing more possible. It was sticking before as someone had glued it inside of there. There is so much friction, you can't move it more than to the sides. That's bad. That's really bad. We get these same kind of ball joints as on the Snowbird figure, also already loosened up, swivels up here. Double jointed pinned knees, we get vertical hinged feet as well as swivels. And yeah, we get also swiveled one jointed elbows, horizontal hinged hands. But I think it was that arm. Yeah. Oh, see that? It's painful. So once you move these joints, they go in more freely, but they also loosen up. They're not going free, they're going loose. That's hella bad, holy. I don't know what happened there. Also, the color difference between the lower and upper chest. Like, do you see all these sticking whatever shit here? It looks like someone tried to wash that white here off. It's awful. It's really awful, holy. Next figure in the bunch is actually the most articulated. There we get Northstar, one of the figures I wanted to get the most out of this. First up, look at the butterfly joints. There's a really visible difference in the colors. Like, the butterfly joints themselves just look like, I don't know, like you would smoke endlessly onto these pieces, some cigarette dust. Shit, bro. It looks really bad. And that's his best feature, that you got butterfly joints. Let's see, what else do we have? We get another vertical hinged head. We get ball jointed shoulders. So these are moving good at least. Swivels on the biceps, triceps, double jointed elbows, horizontal hinged hands. We get an ab crunch, which is clicking pretty nice. Hip swivels, ball jointed legs. Swivels up here, see that, how sticky these are. Double jointed, loosened up knees, shin swivels at least, vertical hinges, and foot swivels. So yeah, pretty okay one. Okay, 2 more to go, so let's start off with Vindicator. So first part of articulation is pretty fun, at least they got that. So we got a swiveled ponytail. Think that's pretty cool. We've got a vertical hinged head. It's not, oh god, it's moving pretty hard. As you see, the joint is way too long. You can't see the whole neck. Like, if she's looking up, you see the whole joint exposed. Bro, what the fuck is that? Yeah, we got a painted ponytail. It looks as good as it just looks messed up. Like, I like the shading, but they just did too much. Yeah, normal female arm articulation as on the other figures, horizontal hinged hands, you know that stuff. The swivel here, that one moves pretty regular to the back, and it also aligns with on the chest these these leaves. We get ball jointed leg articulation. This one is a little different than the other female ones. It's like squared, swivels up here, double jointed pinned knees, vertical hinged feet, as well as swivels. So also nothing that much more special. And here we get the last and probably most fun figure out of the whole bunch. There is Puck. And I don't know what to say to that figure. I don't know what to say. It's just so bad. When I tried to pull it out, first up I ripped the whole leg out. So then I tried it on the other one and his head was loose. So he came in 3 pieces out of the box. He got the least kind of articulation, but due to his size, I think that's pretty okay. But like, now look at that. So first up, vertical hinged head joint. That one is also loose as hell. No ball jointed shoulders. I think. Just look at that. These are still bigger than female shoulders. Hasbro can't tell me they couldn't make it that small. It would have been easy. It would have been easy. These are almost the size of She-Hulk shoulders, so they could have done that easily. But they didn't. It's okay. It's a small figure. I'm not complaining. We got one jointed swiveled elbows. That's also pretty okay. I'm fine with that. But like, these hands are almost the normal hand size. Like, compare it to the Vindicator figure again. Like, the fist is even bigger than hers. And we've got no hinges on these. Like, we can't just twist them. We can't just swivel them around. How bad is that? No horizontal or vertical hinges on the hands. So yeah, it takes a bit more off of the figure. And another thing, like, his waist is bigger than a female body. Like, why couldn't they do an upper chest swivel? Like, that would have changed a lot for that figure. But no, we don't get any of that. We got no ball jointed legs, so that's actually the only leg articulation this figure has to give. One jointed swiveled knees, okay, I'm fine with that. And now we get to the criminal stuff. Like, they couldn't do anything of the things I've said on the upper body. We still even get, like, here, just seen that, the 2, and I think here was another one too. Yeah, there's a really small one. Yeah, like here. They couldn't do all that stuff, but then they can do boot swivels. I mean, I'm happy for that, but for what are these boot swivels when the figure... Yeah, okay, he can move a little, but like, you know what I mean. Yeah, and then vertical hinged feet as well as swivels. Bro, why not the whole articulation on that figure? Why not a single piece of accessories? Yeah, I was pretty hyped opening that 6-pack, and yeah, now I'm just angry. I'm just angry. That's bad. So in all the details on this one, it's just some spiky hair over his arms and legs with legit dirt on there. Like, that just doesn't look like hairy, maybe a little, but like, what the fuck? Now it just looks dirty. Now it looks like a kid would go to a basement and play with these figures pretty rough through all the dust and stuff, and then the figure would look like that. Holy shit, Hasbro, what have you done? This could have ate, but it didn't. It didn't. So there's just one more detail I have to show on this 6-pack. Like, we get a glimpse of accessories, okay? We get a glimpse. For a second, I thought the Vindicator and Aurora figures got the exact same hands. So, like, the right one opened, the left one closed. No, they're different. So, we got like 2 almost... Yeah, these are the same color. Why is my focus so fucked up today? I gotta move that out of the way. Like, yeah, now you can't see it. Yeah, they are pretty much the same color, so nothing you would notice. And I think they chose this so you could switch out these hands and have like 2 sets of hands, but like, bro, there would have been so much space in that box. I don't know for what retail price it came out, but like, I got it pretty cheap for 120 euros. At least it feels like, because like one Marvel Legends in Germany is for like 30 euros. So 120 on 6 figures or 5.5 was pretty dope. And I like the Alpha Flight since I first seen them in the comics. But like, bro, that's reuse on another level. That's a slap in the face. I know Hasbro is doing different now. They doing good stuff meanwhile, and they can only go better. But like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It still feels overpriced after I got that really cheap offer. And would have been cool, but like, you see that the figures can't really stand. Like, all the figures with shin swivels would have helped already so much, but like, Hasbro killed us again, and we fell into the trap. I'm not going to do a rating 1 to 10. I'm too annoyed of this. As I've said, it's just a slap in the face. And like, the Vindicator and Red Guardian, not Red Guardian, the Vindicator and, yeah, what's he again? Yeah, you know, Guardian, yeah, Guardian. They didn't even use the same tone of red. Like, how much you want to fuck up? And Hasbro was like, yes. Okay, here we get them all aligned. I think the video is already way too long. But yeah, just wanted to say, the idea is super cool, and I hope we will get stuff like this in the future again. Like a Serpent Society 5-pack, 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever. But like, not like that. Not like that. Please, not ever again. Like, not a single piece of accessories on a box like that. On a box like that. Holy... not a single piece. And everything is cheap and reused and just so friggin' bad. So, like, yeah. My rating, just without thinking, 3 out of 10. It's cool to get all the Alpha Flight figures, but like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. I'm too angry for that right now. Probably see you tomorrow, but for now, have an awesome day. It's finally time to say, action out.